Set them equal. That's what you gotta do. If you guys want to see where the x equals, if you guys want to see where the x, which x would make these equal to each other, you just have to set them equal to each other, and that's how you'll find it. So let's see here. Are you guys scared of the square root, or you guys just didn't know that you're supposed to set them equal to each other? You just didn't know. Okay, but someone else asked to do it, so I will do it. Okay, so let me close this off right here. That there's only a 3x underneath that square root. Now the first thing I'm going to do is, I'm using inverse operations. Let's subtract 1 from both sides. Those go away. And then I have the square root of 3x equals x. What? This is weird. How would we get rid of that square root? I mean, if it just says 3x, the square root of 3x equals x, I don't need that square root messing up my jam here. So how do I get rid of him? Yeah, the inverse of a square root is squaring. So I'm going to square both sides, and then I get 3x equals x squared. Now, what's really important to note is that when you do that, the square root's gone. We need to check our answer when we're done, because we can't have negatives inside there. Now, there's no more square roots, so we might get a number that won't work. And then what you're going to have to do, since now we have a quadratic, is get everything on the same side. Now I'm going to subtract 3 so that the left side is 0, just because I don't want to have a negative x squared. Now if I have an x squared and it equals 0 now, I can solve it using the 0 property. To do that, I factor. And since there's no constant term, like a 5 or something like that, I can just take out an x, and I have my two factors. 0 property says that if you have two numbers multiplying to get 0, one of them has to be 0. So we have x equals 0, because that's that factor. And what would x have to be to make this number 0? 3. Okay, now let's double check to make sure both of these numbers work. If I plug 0 into x right here, does it work? See, that would be 3 times 0, which is 0, and the square root of 0 is 0, so this is just 1. 0 plus 1 is 1, so 0 works, yay! Let's try 3. If I plug in 3 right here, that would be 3 plus 1, which is 4, and then if I plug in 3 right here, that would be 3 times 3, which is 9. The square root of 9 is 3, 3 plus 1 is also 4. Hey, they both work, yay!